Faithful followers, this is your old pal, brother Jack Angry. Things keep improving for us here at the Monastery of Mayhem and with the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. We want to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos at 1123 Jackson Street in the Old Market here in Omaha. They are our newest sponsor, and we would like everybody to stop on down and say hi to Smitty and Lenny and the rest of the artists down there. Get a price on a tattoo, and next time you decide to have work done, be sure and visit Smitty and see what he can do for you. Now back to the show. Well, greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, brother Jack Angry, bringing you another edition of the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama, along with brother James, my co-host.
And away we go.
And Inferno, the cougar from hell. And that's a lovely outfit you're wearing there, hun.
Thank you. I went shopping again.
Yeah, well...
Us ladies like to shop.
Yes, that's true.
Hey, since you're the Captain Kirk of this here enterprise, I want to know, when do I get a wardrobe allowance?
Well, when you go out and generate us up some publicity.
When you take all these cans in to get a
Yeah, it's like, why don't you take your empties in?
Oh, well, thanks for helping out.
Yes, when you take your empties in, then you'll be able to get a few outfits, won't you?
I'm working on it.
You know,
working hard.
Hardly working is more like it, but anyway, tonight's movie is the 1983 sword and sorcery and sandal epic Deathstalker. Now, the plot of the movie...
should be called Death Snorer.
Yes, well, it is... Okay, it is kind of... Alright, it is kind of...
I can sum up this movie's merit in 2 words. Barbi, benton.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to disagree with you. The movie does have its good points, and Barbi Benton being 2 of them.
All of them?
Well, the movie stars Rick Hill, the 80s character actor.
The blonde guy?
Yes, the blonde guy. He was kind of the muscle man, the poor man's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Very poor.
Yes, it's like he starred in quite a few of these features, and a lot of 80s television. But
it's the 80s.
Yes, I know we all miss the 80s.
I love all the 80s movies because it's about romance, passion, and food. And they wear really skimpy, torn clothes.
There you go. And Reagan was president. Gas was under $1 a gallon.
And America ruled the world.
And people, yes, America, yes, and other countries lived in fear of America. You know, them was the days. But anyway, back to the movie. I keep getting sidetracked for some reason.
That's what we're here for. That's why I'm called the sidekick, baby!
There you go. Well, anyway.
And the hostess with the mostest.
There you go. Yes, it's like... And we want to thank, on a side note here, we want to thank all of our friends who have helped us get to 10,000 plus hits on YouTube. We just passed that mark yesterday evening. You probably saw some posts on the Facebook page and the blog and the website and all that. So we're on our way to like 10,100 hits as we speak, and we're looking for a lot more. So keep tuning in, keep watching the website and the Facebook page and our YouTube page. A lot of great things are going to be happening. So this, like I said, this train's rolling forward and nothing's going to stop it.
Choo-choo! And I would like to say hi to all the fans that we've sent autographs out for. And Alan, I will make sure that you get yours soon.
Yes, and we'll take care of that today, as a matter of fact. You had something to say, Baldy?
I did, but it flew out of my head.
Yeah, it's like it died a quick death, huh?
Yes.
Well, anyway, the plot of the film, basically, the warrior, Deathstalker, is tasked by an old witch to obtain and unite the 3 powers of creation: a chalice, an amulet, and a sword.
Me and you and a dog named Boo. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
wrong movie.
Yeah.
And what's in that can again?
Water.
Yeah, right. It's like
just mountain spring water, a few hops, some barley.
Yeah, it's like, and how many of those you had? Like, what is that, your 12th one today?
No, I'm pacing myself.
Yes, it's a long day. Still a lot of the day left here. But anyway, the witch tasks him to gather these 3 items because an evil wizard named Munkar, that's a hell of a name, is it? Munkar? You know.
Is this where he saves the princess?
Yes, he does save the princess. This is to keep the evil wizard Munkar from getting these items and using them for his own nefarious purposes. Now, after obtaining the sword, Deathstalker joins with other travelers going to a big tournament at Munkar's castle to determine the strongest warrior.
Guess who it was?
Yes, it's like
It was the one smartest enough to run out of this movie, shrieking.
There you go.
Some pussy flips. I've seen it.
The wizard holds the true princess in captivity, and that would be Barbi Benton. And you know, it's like I said, she's got 2 reasons that she does so well in this movie, and I'll give you 2 guesses as what they are, and the first one don't count. But anyway, the tournament ensues. Eventually the warriors kill each other off till only Deathstalker and 1 other remains, and they must fight to the death to free the princess. So, with that being said, we're going to get back to the movie Deathstalker starring Richard Hill here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shaka-Rama.
Enjoy.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yes, you've been warned, and
Watch it.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Don't be afraid.
well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. What do you think of Deathstalker so far?
Sweaty.
Yes, all them sweaty dudes running around in little loincloths and all that. It kind of sounds like...
Sounds like rave night in the village is what it sounds like.
Looks like they need some Nikes.
Yeah, it's like...
Mesh t-shirts, anyone?
I think there's a guy that's wearing those in the film somewhere, you know.
I can hear Deathstalker now. Stop it! Stop it, you evil brute! Stop it!
And speaking of evil brutes, what did you think of the big pig guy during the tournament?
I think he's scary. He's gross.
Bacon, anyone?
Yeah, I'm thinking bacon when I see him.
Well, the way they were basically, I think he was going to be making some bacon, but the way they had Barbi Benton stretched out on that rock, you know, it's like they was like the train was
Feast of the day.
The train was a leaving, people. Anyway, during the tournament scene, you'll notice the one little tiny warrior with the little glove with the little blade on it, jabbing everybody. He gets smashed into basically a greasy spot on the pavement by the big pig guy, and you know they were quite graphic about showing that.
That's one hell of a way to go out.
Yeah, and the pig guy, I think he dies at the end of the film, or is killed at some point. That was the only real scene we see him in.
Who killed him? The critics, that's who killed him.
Well, yeah, that or the cook, one of the 2. It's like,
I like bacon, I like ham.
Yes, it's like bacon, proof that God loves us all.
And wants us to be happy.
That's right. But anyway, to give you a little trivia about the movie, the jumping men in the opening scene were members of a local mime troupe, and what that has to do with anything, I don't know, but it just sounded good when I wrote it.
Mimes. I hate mimes.
Yes, mimes.
Learn to speak.
I got nothing. I got nothing for that one. The film was actually shot in 37 days in the middle of summer in Argentina, no less.
37 days?
37 days, yep.
No wonder it sucks.
Yeah, it's like, I think they only were renting the equipment for 1 month at a time, and they went 7 days over.
I was thinking we're talking about the 80s here, right?
Yeah, it's like...
Not much.
Well, you know, most science fiction and fantasy films did have abbreviated shooting schedules because of the fact that they were low budget, so everybody learned to do, like, cut corners and do that. You'll see a lot of recycled props and sets. If you want to look, I'm sure if you've seen other films from this time period, such as The Warrior and the Sorceress with David Carradine, The Sword and the Sorcerer.
With Lee Horsley?
Yes.
Go, Matt Houston.
If you see all of these movies, you'll see the same weapons being used, the same sets being used, the same armor and all this.
The same script.
And the same script. I think they just pass it around to each other, and they just change the names accordingly.
Repeat after me.
Yes.
Insert evil warlord here and barbarian warrior here.
Here's the plan in the dirt.
There was a pair of mud wrestling girls in the movie. They were actually twin sisters, so, you know, that's a big plus, guys. The film also starred Lana Clarkson as the female warrior. I don't remember her name.
Who cares?
Well, she was actually had some martial arts training and was using a real sword in a lot of her scenes. Who, as you know, she was later allegedly shot by Phil Spector, and we all
That
know.
makes her allegedly dead.
Oh, is she manly?
No, she's not really
She's
manly.
hot
She's,
in this.
she's very hot.
I figured.
She's the hot blonde.
It's one of those movies.
Yeah, she's the hot blonde warrior. The actor who played the Pigman also portrays one of the fighters in the big tournament. So they lost the character of Pigman early, and they had to do this. Now, the DVD box art for Deathstalker was done by the same artist who did the DVD box art for National Lampoon's European Vacation. So if you look at the two pictures, they're almost identical.
Love it.
Yes, love that movie, love Chevy Chase.
I'll be damned, I never made that connection.
Yes. Well, you know, since we're on this volume, and we're going to be running quite a few of these movies over the next several weeks here at the show.
Volume.
What?
Just keep on.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me.
Okay, it's like sorry.
Method acting.
Yes, method acting. Okay, this is what happens when you work with perfectionists here.
Mine.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, not perfectionist. Psychotics is more like it, but anyway. Okay.
What is that?
I have no clue.
Who let the dogs out?
It's like somebody just stepped on a duck. Anyway, we're going to get back to the movie Deathstalker here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
What's up?
Well, greetings, faithful followers. What did you think of Deathstalker? Wasn't that movie scary?
Hated it.
Worth watching. Not.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad for its genre. I mean, let's face it. It was an '80s sword and sandal epic. You know, it came out at a time that this was right after the release of Conan the Barbarian, so everybody was rushing to release their own Conan rip-off picture. And
It could have been worse. It could have been Ator.
oh yes, though. Wait a
Remember
minute.
Ator? Anybody remember Ator? Anybody want to admit to seeing that piece of crap?
Well,
Actually, it wasn't really a bad film.
no, it wasn't. But
What?
speaking of
It
age,
wasn't too bad. It was all sweaty and wrestling and romantic. I'm gonna beat this bee up to get you.
yes. Well, it's
What
like,
girl wouldn't like that?
well, there you go. I mean, it's like Barbie Benton brought her own charm to the film, and if you remember her, obviously you're a fan. And speaking of Ator, Brother James, guess what we're going to be running in the next few weeks?
Oh God, no.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Oh God. Hey, is there any movement on that Peter Proud thing? Something that I picked.
The reincarnation of Peter Proud, I'm looking into it right now. I'm trying
Can we
to...
run that before we run Ator?
Yes, we will run that
Please.
before I run
You know,
Ator.
if there's a merciful God in heaven, please.
And you're assuming that there is?
Well, there has to
You
be.
forget who we work for.
Yes, but there's so much beauty in the world.
Well, yes, yes, I'm reminded of the beauty in the world every time I pass a strip club or a go-go bar.
Yes, there's nothing more beautiful than a stripper pole at dawn.
Yes.
Can you hear?
Things don't always grow on trees.
Yes, that's true. It's like God loves silicone.
Stick around, boys and girls. We're all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
No, we're not. There will be no singing of Kumbaya.
Then you best get to doing what you need to be doing there.
Well, all right. Just to give you a little bit about to wrap up the film here, there were a couple of really interesting goofs in the film. You will see the scene where Deathstalker gains the Sword of Justice in the cave. The sword glows blue light. However, when the camera cuts and then shows another person in the cave watching the sword, the light is red. So that's a little interesting. There's a scene in the torture chamber. The tattoo on Munkar's head switches from its usual position on the left side. It goes to the right side, and then it goes back again, and then it goes to the right side again.
Ooh, magical moving tattoos. Where can I get one of those?
Yes,
Big Brain, can you help me out?
3D.
there you go. It's, you know, all in all, this was not a bad film. So I can't complain too much about it. Yeah, it sucked, but hey, it's all we got, and it's free. What else you gonna do on a Saturday morning? You know, if you've got a life or you've got
Gainful employment?
You're sleeping at this time of night. You're not watching us. But you know what? Somebody's got to be up for these disenfranchised.
But if you're asleep right now, we can really wake you up with the Sorry.
Yes,
Did that annoy you?
Omaha, I want you to
Wake up!
I want you to picture the three of us sitting in your bedroom, staring at you. Think about that. It could be worse.
Yes, it could be worse. But anyway, I'm sorry. that was just too horrible to contemplate. I blacked out there for a moment.
It could be worse. We could be wearing lab coats.
There you go.
In my opinion.
In our opinion. But hey, lab coats.
So,
well, it's like,
I don't know.
yeah, we could be wearing scrubs, but in our opinion.
In our opinion.
But anyway, next week we're going to bring you another great sword and sorcery piece. This is a personal favorite of mine that goes all the way back to the 1980s. This is the 1982 classic, The Sword and the Sorcerer, starring Lee Horsley.
Oh, okay, that one. That
Yes,
one's pretty good.
that one.
That was pretty good. I thought it was going to be that Ator thing.
No, it ain't going to be Ator yet. It stars Lee Horsley, Kathleen Beller, Anthony DeLongis, and Richard Mall as Zusha, and let's not forget Richard Lynch as Cromwell.
Okay, whoa, we got to mention Peter Beck too. You got to give it.
Yes, Peter Beck plays has a bit part as King Leonidas. Somebody must have needed to make the car payment to be in this one, but hey, it's still a pretty good movie. I mean, it's been around for almost 30 years. So, actually, it's been over 30 years, hasn't it?
And Lee Horsley, if you're watching out there, perchance,
Don't sue us.
it can happen. Give us a call, dude. We'd love to have you on the show. I mean, your career has been kind of moving slow for the last 25 years, but we'd love to help you out on that, because God knows, this is a gateway to success right here.
Yes,
Why
it
don't you
is.
say it's a gateway to that? Because there's another gateway we could take them.
Yes, right down the old crapper, people. But hey, we know our fans love us. We know Omaha loves us.
Yeah, all four of you.
All four of them.
All four of them, and I'm being generous. Because let's face it, it's what? You know, it's
It's a little after 2 in the morning.
after 2 in the morning on a Saturday morning. Who the hell's watching us, really?
Judging by all the cards and letters and emails we get, I would say somebody is.
All I can hope is maybe our show is running in the county lockup because there's nothing else on.
Well, if we're running that late in the county jail,
All
then
you
I haven't
boys,
had to write any letters there yet.
all you boys in Cell Block C, James says hi.
anyway, we're not making any prison jokes. No, that's in bad taste. But anyway, continue to tune in. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
It's like I lost my train of thought. Sorry, too much cough syrup and extra strength Tylenol today. Tylenol PM, gotta love it.
Anyway.
But anyhow, be sure and catch us next week at 1 o'clock a.m. on KPAO Public Access Channel
Kapow!
Yes,
22!
22.
Kapow!
There you go. And also,
22!
all right. Well, I'm just
I got to
completely.
do that.
Yeah, it's like I've just completely lost control of this. So we're gonna wrap it up. Good night, unpleasant dreams, and keep America on top. Watch Horror Hosts. Peace out.
Good night.
What the hell's the matter with you two? What is this kapow crap?
I'm missing a football game or something.
Remember, we're on Kapow 22.
I always thought that sounded like Kung Pao, you know? It's like KPAO. I keep thinking of Kung Pao chicken.
Hey, that sounds pretty good. Maybe we should hit the buffet after this.
Yeah, it's like, well, we can
IHOP. That's not buffet.
No, I'm thinking maybe we find a Chinese buffet somewhere.
Yeah, what's open at the
4 hours. You been here 4 hours. You go home now.
Yeah, why are you holding my money? Why are you not
Where my money? Where my money?
Yeah, why are you keeping me from my money? I forgot to enter my tips.
Where my money?
Make it rain!
4 hours. You been here 4 hours. You eat me out of house and home. You go home now. Go home to your house. Eat your
No
own
soup!
Eat your own stuff. Go home.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry, along with Inferno
Hi!
and Sin. And we just wanted to take a moment to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos in Omaha, Nebraska. Now they're located at 1123 Jackson Street, which is on the backside of the old market here in downtown Omaha. We hope you'll stop by and see Smitty, the owner, and Lenny and Jason, two of his best artists. And they will be happy to answer all of your questions and deal with whatever your tattoo needs are, whether you're just pricing a tattoo, you have a design, or you need a design. Lenny and his artists will be happy to draw that out and set it up to your satisfaction. And all of their work is backed by Smitty and his artists, so you'll never go away dissatisfied from Big Brain. So be sure and check him out and tell him the Angry Brothers sent you. And if you'd like to check his webpage out, it's www.bigbrainomaha.com.